Hi guys, so we're into week 3 of the PWCB white colour boxing. This is defence week, so we're just going to go through a couple of defence drills just so that you can kind of upskill yourself ready for when we move it on into sparring in a couple of weeks. So the first one that we've got is the foundation drill of using a barrier defence. Okay, this is our most basic defence. We're using the door knocking part of the glove up against the forehead. We keep the elbows in, and so when your partner's covering up here, he can just jab across and come here. Now that might be a little bit intense for some people, so we're just going to take it back, and I want you to build your confidence in this position. So same idea, same drill, hands up by the forehead, elbows in, chin down, partner does the same, and then we can just test our guard and our stance, and just a little nudge, little shove, okay, just so that we can learn that this is our default position. This is our guard position, okay. I want people to get out of the habit of trying to pull away from a shot. You don't want to be obviously lifting your chin up, okay. So this is our first little drill, is just pushing with the guard, okay. Little bump, and then we can learn to react and go and use our footwork from our fundamentals week in week 1, okay. Wide adjust, so we're getting that good footwork, okay. Once we're comfortable with that, we move it on into using the jab cross. So I'm keeping my guard in the same position, hands up, elbows in, partner goes 1, 2, and I can brace in that position, or I can kind of ride that shot a little bit with the back foot, okay? So the most important part here is not blinking, okay? Now, until you start getting used to it, it is going to be startling, okay? And I don't care if just to start off with, if your partner's got their guard up and you're going touch, and they're still blinking, it doesn't matter, okay? What the important part here is that we can learn to trust this and go, am I safe? Okay? This one we're tapping into our fight or flight, our survival instinct, okay? Am I safe in this position? Okay? So then we can squint, we can use all those little muscles around the eyes to tense those, force ourselves to not blink, and also maintain our posture. Okay? So when I'm here, partner goes 1, 2, and then my reaction can be on this back foot. Okay? So if you can just see my back foot, I can ride that cross a little bit, and I also stay on the ball of my foot. Okay? The second level, okay, I'm holding up 2 fingers. We're moving on into the parry system. So first, our foundational skill is our baseline is just making sure that you've got a guard, you've got some form of defence, okay? As our confidence grows, as our confidence increases, okay, we can come out of this position and go back to our normal defensive guard. So shoulders in, hands in line with our shoulders. We've got these 2 walls of defence, okay, and your partner goes jab cross, and it's a little parry, little parry, little parry, little parry. I might include my footwork on that if I'm staying switched on with my footwork, and it's good to kind of get into that position where I'm just kind of riding the shot a little bit, okay. Important point here is that we don't need to push. Now, if Leon extends his left arm, if I just use 1 finger, puts a punch on my chin, okay, I'm just using 1 finger, and that's enough. All I'm using is 1 finger. It's his whole arm, okay, and I'm using 1 finger, and that's enough to take it off target. This is when the shoulder is at its most unstable, it's a long lever, okay, and so it takes very little force to just knock it just slightly off target, and that's all we want, okay. I don't want to be pushing too far. If Leon does 2 punches, parry the first one, and then catch me with the second because I've overcommitted. If he goes with a double jab, I might push the first one and then he catches me with the second. Okay? So this is an important point that we're going from my shoulder to my centre line. Now you might see that I'm wearing the zip here. I'm going from my shoulder to my zip line, okay? I'm using this as my reference point, okay? So my hands are from my guard to the centre line and then straight back. So I'm trying to reset my position, okay? We have to avoid the upper body flinch, okay? So I may have got in the position of relying on my barrier defence when he goes 1-2, okay? As my confidence increases and I start opening my guard up a little bit and start thinking about parrying, what I don't want to do is this. I can still doing the parry but losing my posture, okay? If I do this, then all of a sudden, all it takes is an onslaught from Leon to then start catching me out because my posture's off and then I've lost all my athleticism. Falling out of shot. So we need to avoid that upper body flinch. So tension your core, and if you are going to move, it's just on that back foot. Okay? So we're going to have a round of just jabbing, a round of your partner just jabbing, a round of cross, and then your partner crosses. Okay? And then we move on to our third drill on the hook defence. When I'm doing hook defence, I'm here, and all I'm going to look to do is brush my hair and point my elbow forwards. Okay? I'm not pointing my elbow out to the side to where the hook is coming. All I'm looking at doing is reinforcing my neck, and I'm covering my target area with my glove. So if Leon goes with a left hook, I can defend here. Let's turn the other way. So when he goes with the left hook, I brush my hair, take my hand back, and I reset, and I come back to my guard position. Remember, this is our origin point, this is our starting position. Okay? So when he goes with the hook, defend, and back. Defend, and back. Now, one of the things that I am going to notice is that if he starts going down to the body, his shoulder alignment is going to change. So if he goes down to the body, I can see that little dip. I observe that millisecond just before he starts to throw the punch. That's my telltale, that's my trigger. So when he goes to throw that hook to the body, drop it down, and then I'm coming straight back to my guard. Boom, and back. Boom, and back. Boom, and back. So don't need to overcommit. I'm not doing too much work with my arms. Okay? Small move, small move, small move, small move, small move, and I'm just learning to catch the shot. Okay? That's kind of it. Now, it's not a lot of work, but it takes a lot of repetitions in order to layer in these reactions. Okay? When people first come in, their immediate reaction is to try and manage the distance and pull away, lifting their chin in the air. That might work in the first instance. Okay? The person that manages the space controls the fight. Okay? If you can manage the distance and push away, that might save you from one shot, but it's not a good strategy. You're losing your position, you're losing your athleticism. Okay? This is our home position. This is where we need to be strong. This is where we're going to have repeated success. So when we've got that repeated success, hands up, good guard. Okay? He comes in, I can cover. He comes in, I can parry. He comes in, I can defend. He comes in, I can drop down to the body. Okay? Little parry, little cover. Okay? Defend the hook. Seeing the shoulder alignment. Little parry, hands back. And notice how small those moves are. Now, like I said, we only learn through repetition. So that's going to be our focus on tonight. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the training, guys. It's going to be Leon and Paul that's going to be taking the session tonight. I'm aware. So hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on Thursday.